Right, getting up to my top end of my workout now. Heavy good mornings. Those of you who maybe saw one of my last videos, been having a bit of problems with my left knee. Every time I'm on here, I seem to be complaining about some new injury or something. Sorry, not my left knee, it was my right knee, in fact. So I'm having a leg session today, but it's pretty much going to be hamstrings. I'm going to do heavy good mornings, some deficit deadlifts, and some calf raises, and that's going to be my workout. So it's still legs, but it's a kind of hamstring orientated one. So at the moment, I'm up to 5 plates. So what's that on this bar? It'll be 236 kilos, which for a good morning is very heavy for me. I think the most I've ever done is 6 plates on this, because it's a great exercise, but obviously your spine's put in quite a compromised position. I highly recommend good mornings if you can get into them. Really good for your posterior chain. Really good crossover to the squat as well, particularly if you're a low bar squatter. I'm not a low bar squatter, but still I like some good posterior chain work. But glutes, hamstrings, lower back, really good. So when I do them, I take a stance that is similar-ish to where I squat, in a region of shoulder width-ish apart. And I go down to where is comfortable, wherever your mobility will allow you to go. I don't know if I'm doing them too shallow or what, but I feel them, because again, it's one of those ones where I would say just be careful. You don't want to kind of end up rounding your spine. Rounding your spine on this exercise is not something I'd ever recommend. Keep either a flat back or a slightly arched back. But anyway, I'm going to go and get my brain together and go and try and get this 5 plates. I just finished that. You really feel those in your hams, glutes, lower back. So 5 plates in a 10. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. So, right, I'm gonna move on. My lower back has got a tremendous amount of blood in it at the moment. So I think going straight into deficit deadlifts would be counterproductive, to be honest with you. So I'm going to bust out an old exercise that I haven't done for quite a long time, Nordic curls, so bodyweight hamstring curls. I'll get a resistance band to help me. I haven't done them for a very, very, very long time. Once upon a time I could do them body weight for quite a few reps, but I haven't done them for a really long time. So I'm going to try them out. But as I said, my lower back is absolutely full of blood at the moment. So if I went into deficit deadlifts now, I probably wouldn't get much out of it, and it'd be a bit of overkill. So I'm going to see. I will hit these, get some, maybe about 3 sets of Nordics, something like that. And then hopefully the blood will have dissipated from my lower back a little bit and I can get some deficit deadlifts in. All right, I'm gonna go and set up. Nordics are a great exercise. I can really feel my hamstrings pumped already. Now, I'm pretty heavy. I have lost a bit of weight recently. To be fair, I've just started to put weight back on a little bit. I've put on 1 kilo over the last week. So I'd gone down to just under 130 kilos. So now I'm just over 130 kilos now. So I'm back up to about 131 kilos. So I'm just reverse dieting a little bit, but I'm heavy enough to make a Nordic curl pretty challenging. And that's why I use a resistance band. I just literally watched the video and reviewed the footage, and I could see my backside was up in the air a little bit. It's not ideal. Ideally, I'd flatten out my hips, but for this stage, and having not done them for a very long time, I'm cool with that. I got a good pump, so I'm going to get 2 more sets and then hopefully be able to move on to deficits. There was quite a big push on Nordic Curls, probably a couple of years ago. A guy who's pretty big on social media, knees over toe guys. I know he's pretty big on Instagram and pretty big on YouTube, to be fair. Really knowledgeable guy. He does a lot of kind of prehab and rehab work, and he effectively rebuilt his knees after having had several knee surgeries and things. And these were a big part of his routine, and he really popularised them a couple of years ago. And then everyone came out with all these Nordic benches and all sorts of things. All you need to do is get a flat bench, get an old weightlifting belt, put it underneath, wrap it over your legs, and save yourself a couple £100. Because I'd done them from a while ago, to be honest with you, before Knees Over Toe Guy popularised them. And that's how I always did them, just effectively get a belt around my legs and support myself. You won't be able to do it necessarily off the ground, because I know a lot of the time people do Nordic curls off the ground. But if you elevate yourself on a flat bench, like a movable flat bench, what they call portable flat bench, you should be able to set yourself up. Just food for thought. That's how I do it anyway. You can also change the intensity of them, not just by using a resistance band or not using a resistance band. You can do things like doing them on an incline bench. So rather than going all the way down, just go set the incline to, I don't know, 30 degrees and go down to the 30 degrees, and then just give yourself a little nudge back up. So if you haven't got access to resistance band, that's another way of doing it. Control the negative, control it on the way down. So you'll probably be strong enough to control it down, and then you might have a bit of difficulty coming back up. So you just give yourself a little push and then follow through. Works a treat. And then just set it up to your ability level. So it might be that you can only do it to 60 degrees to start with. And then we talk about progressive overload and progressive resistance and all that kind of stuff. So one week you might do 60, then set it to 45-degree angle, and then try a 30-degree angle. And eventually you'll get down to flat. And then if you're feeling very brave, you can try decline. I've never managed decline. But as I said, once upon a time, I was able to bang out quite a few sets of body weight. But again, when you weigh more than 130 kilos, body weight at 130 kilos for a hamstring curl is pretty good. So, but I'll get there again. At the moment, my lower back is so full of blood. Anything I'm doing is just instantly giving me a pump. So what I'm going to do is lower the reps considerably. I was doing sets of 5, which isn't very high reps by any means, but obviously what I've previously done is still taking its toll. Not in a bad way, but I'm just super pumped. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get 140 on there, and probably do that for like a double, 180, probably for a double as well. And then I'll probably top out at about 220. I've used a slightly thicker bumper plate today. I've got such a mishmash of plates in my house, just because of COVID, and I just bought whatever I could at the time. But this particular bumper plate is pretty thick. I would say it is 2.5 inches thick, maybe. It's ridiculously thick. Maybe even 3 inches. I'm not sure, but it's very thick. So that's probably contributing to the pump as well. So yeah, I'm going to get 140 quick double, 180 quick double, and then I'll top out at 220, and that'll be it. I did 5 anyway. My brain just went into autopilot. All right, 180. Oh, that lower back pump is pretty compromising. Yeah, so that was 220 for 10. It was all right. It was okay. As the back plate is a little bit thicker than my other bumper plates, so I could really feel the extra range of motion. Deficit deadlifts are just a great exercise. Hamstrings, lower back glutes, just posterior chain, generally speaking. Great for the traps. Just a great exercise. Full stop. To be honest with you. So I'm just going to finish off now with some calf raises. I'm just doing body weight, one leg at a time. I'm not going to film all of those sets because it's boring, but I'll film one set just so you guys can see what I'm doing for today. I train calves quite a lot because I was not blessed with calf genetics. So I train them quite a lot, and I do everything from like kind of one leg body weight stuff to extremely heavy. Sometimes I'll put like 7 plates on a safety bar and do reps with it. So I do a big range, and my range can be anything from 15 reps all the way up to 100 reps. Calves are very stubborn muscle, particularly me, because like with black genetics, my father's Jamaican, he was Jamaican. So you often find with a lot of black people, you tend to have genetically quite high calf insertions, and they absolutely got me. So calves are okay. They've improved a lot over the years. They're about 19 inches nowadays, but compared to the rest of me, they're relatively small. So as I said, I'll just film one set, show you guys what I'm doing, and then call it a day, because as usual, I'm personal training in a minute. As you saw, nothing super exciting. I ended up doing 5 sets in the end. 5 sets of 20 per leg. Get a good pump. I filmed the one, switched off the camera, and then I just did the rest back to back. So I did 20 on one leg, 20 on the other leg, and I just did that back to back 4 more times. And pretty good pump. As I said, I'm reasonably heavy. I'm about just over 130 kilos at the moment. So to do that on one leg without much rest is not too bad. If you want to make it harder, just hold a dumbbell in the opposite hand or what have you. When you are balancing yourself, whatever you're balancing yourself against, try not to take too much of your body weight away from you. Just kind of do enough to stop yourself falling over, basically. Right, so yeah, anyway, that's the workout done. So I wasn't particularly looking forward to this workout. I love training, but it's quite hard to get yourself up for hamstrings. But I ended up quite enjoying it, to be honest with you. I really enjoy a good leg workout. I really enjoy a good squat. But to kind of do a leg workout without something scary like a squat, it's quite hard to motivate yourself in the same way. But throwing in the deficit deadlifts, throwing in the good mornings was quite good fun. And it got me pretty motivated. So yeah, good mornings. I went up to 5.5 plates on the safety bar. So that's what, 256 kilos. Did I get 8 reps with it? I think. I can't remember. I think it was 8-ish reps. And Nordic Curls, which gave me a really nice pump. And then obviously finishing off with the 220 on the deficit deadlift. So I'd imagine I'll get quite a lot of DOMs over the next couple of days. And yeah, my leg workouts are going to be a little more like that for the next couple of weeks. just while this knee kind of knits itself back together. As I said, it's nothing major by any means, but I'm aware of it. It's not really hurting me as such in my everyday life, because as a lifter, you guys know what it's like. You live your life with something hurting. When you get up off the settee, something hurts. When you walk up the stairs, something hurts. That's just the way it kind of comes with the territory when you've been doing it long enough and heavy enough. But at the moment, I'm aware of the knee, but I don't want it to turn into a proper injury. At the moment, it's a tweak. It's a bit of a tweak in the ligament. But tweaks, particularly with the kind of weights I move, it can really go south very, very quickly. So I'd rather just back off a little bit. My next leg workout will be at my local gym, Anchor Strength. I'll probably be doing that at the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. And I will be doing high rep leg press with my feet high and wide. I'll be doing some backwards walking, lying hamstring curls, maybe one leg hamstring curls, calf raises of some kind or another. And again, just leaving squats, leaving leg extensions particularly, leaving those well alone. As I said, in a couple of weeks' time, I'll come back and start reintroducing some moderate squats. And yeah, that'll be pretty much it. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm really close to 1,000 subs. Can't quite get there. It's teasing me at the moment. I think I'm on 971 or 971 last time I looked, which was a couple of days ago. So give your boy a sub. Help me get to 1,000. 1,000 isn't a lot in the world of YouTube and what have you, but for an old man like me, it's pretty cool. And it's just a little milestone for me. YouTube doesn't like old dinosaurs who just kind of lift weights and don't really talk about other men. I just kind of get on with lifting and then talk about lifting weights, but you know, it is what it is, as they say. Right, you guys take care of yourselves, have a good week, train hard, and I'll speak to you soon.